to our live stream. Say hello to everybody on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch and TikTok. Anybody who is online watching can ask questions at any time on our live chat on whatever platform they are watching from, and they will get them questions to the right person. Day for Rejoin is a full day of direct action all over the UK, all across the country, with the National Rejoin March, with events covering Spain as well. Day for Rejoin was born out of complaints that the events were always in London, and after the National Rejoin March in October last year, we decided to have simultaneous events everywhere. So no matter where you live, you can take part and you shouldn't have to travel too far. On this live stream, we've got some of the organisers of those events to tell us about what they're doing on the actual day and where you can find them. So without further ado, let's get on to the events. Please feel free to raise questions about the individual events as we go along. More general questions, wait until we've been through the events and we'll answer those. Okay? I'm going to go through all of this, yes? Wow. I'm not going to lie, this list is absolutely massive.
Start with Ben.
Okay. I've got to start with Ben. Do you want to tell us about your event?
Hello, yeah, I'm Ben, and I do a little radio show called SMR, aka 16 Million Rising, or indeed Single-Minded Rejoiners, which is the new name for the show, which I think is far more apt given what we're doing today. We've run a little, not a competition, but an initiative over the past couple of months for people to send into us their brand newly recorded and written songs for Rejoin. So we're not talking about all the age-old Remain songs that reference Brexit and Theresa May and even Boris Johnson. We're talking about 100% positive songs, which are all about the need for the UK to be back at the heart of Europe. We've been sent 6 brand new songs in various stages of development. Some of them are recorded in a studio, sound absolutely terrific. Some of them are just demos at the moment, but the heart of all of them is identical. And they're all going to be featured along with promos that we've been sent by some of you for your events across the country this Saturday, the 25th. On this week's show. We're also going to be covering every single event, a little bit like this live stream we'll be doing on the show. So anybody who tunes in from tomorrow night at 6 o'clock will be able to have an audio version of where everything is and how they can get involved. And that's every single event as listed as of tonight on the NRM website. So apologies, first of all, if I've missed your event off. It will only be because it's not there. But the show itself is an accessible way for people who might otherwise miss some of those details to get involved. You can listen to the show 100% for free, as you can every single week, by accessing our Mixcloud channel. From 6 o'clock. You can listen to the show there. There'll be a link to that show, a free link to that show pinned to our Twitter feed, which is 16 million rising. That's our Twitter handle. It's easy to find. Just stick it in there. You'll find it. If you Google 16 Million Rising, all of the things come up anyway. You can also listen on our website free of charge in the embedded player. You'll also be able to listen to it on the NRM website and the Nottingham for Europe Euromove website as well. But to listen as soon as you want, the earliest you can listen for free is 6 o'clock tomorrow. There will be a pinned post on Mastodon, on our Facebook page, our Facebook group, on Twitter, and on Instagram that you can share. For those of you who aren't aware, you can't share certain pages from certain events from groups. So it is always shareable from the 16 Million Rising Facebook page, and you can propagate it wherever you like. It is 100% free. And like I say, it's a great way to connect with people who might otherwise miss some of those events. Every event will be listed. There'll be 6 brand new songs, some classics from the archive, and Claire Hall, who I'm sure is nosing about somewhere in the vicinity, features publicizing the overall event. So do share links to that when it goes live tomorrow at 6 o'clock on the dot. The best place to access the show, like I say, Twitter. That's our #1 platform, and all the links are in our Twitter bio as well. Any questions, please let me have them.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Ben. Okay, so National Rejoin March, that came out wrong, sorry. National Rejoin March, Day for Rejoin events. Producer Pete has put it all in alphabetical order for me. So we're going to start with Barcelona between 1:30.
Hang on. Is anyone here from Barcelona who said they can take themselves?
Is anybody here from Barcelona that would like to tell us about their event?
Yes, I'm here from Barcelona, as you can see in the background. This is where we're going to be holding a picnic next Saturday at 1 o'clock till 4 o'clock, and the sun will obviously shine just as it is in this picture. The location is the Plaza de Europa Square, which is actually a circle next to the Olympic ring, which you'll probably all recognise. And the idea is that everybody just comes along, brings a picnic. It's going to be a family-friendly event. We want lots of children. People should bring flags, placards. We're going to take photographs. We're going to live stream it on the NRM live stream. And hopefully we're going to get lots of publicity with photographs. We've got the Spanish press hopefully going to come along, and we're just going to try and spread the word that we're still here, we haven't gone away, and we're still pissed off about Brexit.
Excellent. Lovely, thank you very much. That sounds like it's going to be a really fun day, and it's going to be a hell of a lot warmer than over here.
I hope so.
Next is Bath. I'm going to annoy everybody by pronouncing it the Derby way. Is there anybody from Bath that would like to explain their event? No? Radio? Then I'll go ahead. So from 12 noon onwards, it's a Georgian-themed action event. Bath for Europe are setting the scene for a Georgian-themed photo in front of the Royal Crescent and have created a large sign with a special message to be revealed on the day. Sounds exciting. Next up is Bolton. Is there anybody from Bolton? Oh, I hate that pause.
Let's not do it.
Say again. Somebody put their hand up.
John needs to unmute.
John, you need to unmute, darling.
There we go. I was trying to unmute, I couldn't get to it on my phone. Yes, Bolton has the dubious honour of starting the same 3 letters as bollocks to Brexit. We're running an event in Victoria Square in the middle of town, in front of the town hall. It's a Brexitometer and a stall. Come and talk to us, come and help out and express your opinion on the disaster that is Britain.
Lovely. Oh, good. Fabulous. It's exciting. I like this. This is actually really quite fun. Next up, we've got Bournemouth. Nobody's jumping in. Excellent. I'll go ahead. Between 11 AM and 1 PM, there is a street stall and European Connections walking tour. Sounds exciting. The details of that are still to be confirmed. After that, we have Cambridge. 12 noon till 3. Anybody from Cambridge like to explain their event? Oh, you're all too shy this evening. Okay. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what producer Pete's typed here. At our stall, we'll have a Brexometer to test the views of people on Cambridge on rejoining the EU, and they're going to distribute leaflets. They'll also be asking people to write to their MP to ask them to oppose the dangerous and anti-democratic retained EU law rule, REUL bill. Okay, fabulous. After that, we have Cheltenham, who are having a street stall. Anybody from Cheltenham? Wonderful. Awkward pause as usual. Please meet at 11 AM at Cheltenham High Street at the exit of Regent's Arcade. Oh, we've even got a postal code, which is GL501DF. They will be there until 1 PM. If you're unable to do these times, please visit to say hello and have a discussion. I think that's supposed to say if you're able to do these times. Okay. Derby is still to be confirmed with a possible street stall. And then we have Dover. Anybody from Dover?
That's Dover in the background. There we are.
Lovely.
And so it's Chris Hammond here.
Hi,
And
Chris.
we've got two events actually in East Kent. We're doing a street stall. That's not on your site, but we're doing a street stall in Deal, which is just up the coast from Dover, from 10:30 until 12:30 in the High Street. So if you are living around that area, do come along. We do need a few more people. But the main event that is on your website is Dover. And what we've got going to do is 3 locations. One, we're going to go to the cliffs as per the picture behind me and get some shoots, photo shoots there. That's overlooking, hopefully it's good weather and we'll see France. Our event is called Closest to You, spelt EU, as we are closest to the EU, so to speak. Once we've done that, we're going down to the ferry port and we're going to get some photo shoots there. And then we're going to a third location, and that's going to be down towards the Western Docks, where we will set up a stall and hand out leaflets with flags. Anyone who's listening, please, I've sent an email to several people today. It all starts and kicks off at Langdon Cliffs National Trust at 2:30. We will be there, whatever the weather, unless it's absolutely tipping down.
Lovely. Thank you very much. That sounds really fun-filled day by the looks of things.
Busy, yes.
Yeah, very busy. Brilliant. I love it. This is really good. So next up, we've got Dorchester. Awkward silence. Anybody? No? Okay. Dorchester between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. at Euro Cafe. Come along to our second Dorchester Euro Cafe, an informal event and chance to get together with Dorset for Europe members in the heart of Dorset. Be nice cafe. Next up, we have Dumfries, Scotland. Anybody from Dumfries? Right, and we'll continue. Dumfries Euro Walk launch. We will be launching the Euro Walk for Dumfries, which forms part of a series of walks celebrating Scotland's historic and contemporary links with our European neighbours. After the launch, we will arrange a guided tour of the walk itself, lasting about 2 hours. Best get your walking boots and your sticks out. After that, we have Edinburgh, also Scotland. Anybody from Edinburgh want to chime in? Awkward 10 seconds. No? Brilliant. Okay, so 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Please, producer Pete in the corner is putting me off, so I do apologise. I might have to get up and slap him. Between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. European Movement 2023 Policy Forum. Okay, the European movement in Scotland is driven by its members and supporters. So we are inviting you all with an interest in securing Scotland's place in Europe to join us at the French Institute to hear what our plans are for the year in terms of policy and to play your part in deciding how best we can reach our goals. Oh, I like Edinburgh. It's really pretty. Next up is Exeter. Awkward silence. No, radio. 10:30 till 11:30, rally for change, rally for our rights, rally for our place in Europe, a chance to make your feelings clear about the state of our democracy, the need for change and the disaster that is Brexit. Okay, next up we have Granada in Spain. Is that
Hi,
right,
everyone.
Yeah.
It's actually Granada province. I actually live about 100 kilometers actually from Granada in a little fishing village called La Rabita. And we are having a coffee morning in La Rab from 11:30 in the morning. By the look of it, we're going to have, well, so far signed up, we've got about 31 people. So that's good, including a Frenchman, a Dutchman, and 2 people from Sweden as well. So come along if you're down in southern Spain and come and see us.
Brilliant, lovely. Thank you very much. Guildford. There, right. Brexometer/Eurometer. Did I pronounce that right? Yeah, okay. A chance to engage with the public with 5 questions on a Brexometer. Join us for a couple of hours. Just so you know, we are going to let you know where to find all the information so that you can find out where everybody is and what's going on and whatnot after this if you want. After that, Hereford. Oh, no. It's all right, my screen changed. I thought somebody was jumping in then. 10 a.m. to 1 p.m, they're holding a street stall. They're going to be asking questions about the impact of Brexit, handing out leaflets about the European movement to UK, sign up sheets for H4EU / European Movement UK and other materials produced by National Rejoin March for the Day. Come along and meet our team, show support or talk with us. Next up, we've got Leeds. Anybody from Leeds? All
Yes,
right.
I'm here, Lee. I'm here.
Yay!
Hello.
Hi.
Before we start, I just want to congratulate you and Peter and everybody on what you've achieved here. It's absolutely fantastic to see all the different events going on around the UK and even in Spain. I mean, well done. You know, again, you've made something happen. It's absolutely tremendous. In Leeds, we're no exception. We're going to do a march and a rally. So we're hoping to make it as big as possible. And I believe we're going to be graced with the very presence of Mr. Peter Core and Claire themselves on their way up to Newcastle. So that's wonderful. I think he's still coming, Peter.
Yeah, I've not received my check yet, though.
No, well, yeah, you've been an honoured guest. So we've had teams out leafleting in Leeds last couple of weeks at this train station. We did a street stall on Saturday to promote it. So we're trying to raise awareness as much as we possibly can about next Saturday. We've got a number of speakers lined up for the rally, including Juliet, who's on the call here, Juliet Lodge. Also got Dick Newby, who is the leader of the Liberal Democrats in the House of Lords. We've got a local city councillor. We've got a local author called Linda Green, who's written a book, which is a story set in Yorkshire against the backdrop of a Brexit divided Britain. And it actually includes Leeds for Europe in the story. So she's written a story about us, and now she's coming to actually be in a story that we're making for her by inviting her to one of our marches and rallies.
Oh, I like that.
Who else have we got? We've got a guy called Andrew Brown from Save British Farming, and we're hoping to add more speakers as well. But overall, you know, we're hoping to do the very best we can in terms of a march and rally. It will be live streamed. Got Peter Brown on the call here. He's in charge of live streaming it. So if you're not there, it might be something you want to watch. So thanks a lot, and thanks again for making it happen.
Lovely, brilliant. Thank you, Richard. Next up is Leek. Anybody from Leek? This is at 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. EU quiz with prizes. We will be in Leek Marketplace or near with our EU quiz. Test your knowledge about the EU. Answer a few questions about the EU, and if you get more than 3 correct, you will receive a badge. I want one. If you answer them all correctly, you could win an EM Staff's cap, but that's subject to confirmation. After that, we have, okay, I'm going to pronounce lose. Is it lose? Is that, what do you mean probably? Okay, is rubbish. Producer Pete's pants.
Lewis.
Lewis. That doesn't look like Lewis.
That's all right.
It is.
Oh, I'm so uncouth. Okay, come and join us at a street stall on Cliff Bridge in Lewis from 9:30 to coincide with the National Day for Rejoin. We have a stall with a Brexometer as well as with leaflets, and we'll be engaging passers-by in conversation. I really do like this Brexometer. Everybody's got one. After that, we have Liverpool. No, radio. Now you see, this is the place to be. National Rejoin March pub crawl. It's my kind of day. An informal and friendly gathering to discuss and debate all things Brexit, but in the pub. Woohoo! Come along and enjoy the fun. After that, we have London.
Central London.
Hang on a second, I've just been told of Central London. Is Central London? Okay. Anybody from Central London?
That's Peter Benson is not here.
Oh, he's not here. That's so bad. Tell him off. From 11 AM onwards, we are going around London getting pics of the National Rejoin March main banner alongside lots of London's icons, as well as getting some choice pictures with the team and custom banners placed alongside iconic government signs, plus a lot more. Whitehall to Trafalgar Square, then Charing Cross, National Theatre to Tate Modern Globe Theatre, then to Blackfriars HMS Belfast, ending at the office of the Lord Mayor on London Close to Tower Bridge. What does circa mean? Circa 3 PM, an opportunity for a pub stop course has been incorporated into the schedule. We will then travel to Clapham to join at the end of the London for Europe conference. That sounds like a fun day. By the time you get there, you might all be drunk. Another London. Southwest 4.
No, that's Joe 5.
Joe, is Joe here?
No.
No. Oh, poo. Okay. So 2 PM to 4 PM, London's European future. What does London need from the UK's future relationship with the EU, and how might we get there? Join us to hear from speakers from politics, business, the arts, academia, and to contribute your own views and ideas. After that, we've got London TW9. Is that anybody on here? Oh, no, everybody just loves the sound of my voice. You know, it's pretty amazing. 10 AM to 2 PM. What has Brexit ever done for you? But the details are still to be confirmed. After that, we have Maidstone. Wonderful. 11 AM to 1 PM. Week street stall. We are mounting a street stall with information about the European movement and a new Brexometer, inviting people to indicate whether various groups are Brexit winners or Brexit losers. Oh, that's going to antagonise the gammons. Next up, we have Newcastle upon Tyne. I know who's that.
Hiya.
Hi, Yvonne.
Hiya. This is Yvonne from Newcastle. We are very excited to announce our event, which is called Rejoin a Go-Go. It's an evening event which starts at 7:30, and it's an event with drag queens. I believe we have 6 drag queens now, music and dance, hosted by the wonderful Lord Splitbeard and Rosie Palmer. The event is a celebration of openness, inclusion, diversity, and our Europeanness, to say that we want to rejoin the EU. So Rejoin a Go-Go is at the Chillingham Arms in Heaton, not far from the centre of Newcastle, organised by North East for Europe. We'd love to see some of you there. Thanks.
Oh, you know what? That's where I actually want to go now. It sounds so much fun. I love drag queens. Okay, Nottingham. Is there anybody from Nottingham? So we don't have many details at the minute. No, okay. Oh, Palma Mallorca.
Hello. Yes, we're meeting up in Parc de la Mar near the cathedral, so good views for the backdrop to our photos. And there's a open air pub next door called the Guinness House, where we will retire for refreshments and discussions. All 5 PM local time.
Lovely, fabulous. Seems like a lot of people are going to get some serious drinking in. Okay, Reading. No, right. Reading National Rejoin March protest. Berkshire for Europe will be participating in this national event by NRM. We will have a short demonstration at and near the Queen Victoria statue and the Reading Old Town Hall, close to rear entrance of M&S, Blagrave Street, Reading, RG1 1QH. We will start at 1 PM for an hour or so. We have EU flags, new banners, stickers, a Brexometer to engage the public with leaflets to hand out, more leaflets. The theme is Better Together. We must keep the disaster of Brexit to the UK in the public mind. The recent vegetable shortages have helped our cause. The majority of the UK public see Brexit as a cause of this. Bring flags and placards and come along and join us. Sounds great. Right, next one. Salisbury. Salisbury. Oh, okay, sorry. He's picking on me. I just don't think it's very fair. Okay. Anybody from Salisbury? Me again? So 9 AM till 2 PM, they're holding a market stall. Salisbury for Europe is joining the National Rejoin March nationwide day of action on the 25th of March. Local groups around the country are holding events, and Salisbury for Europe has booked a stall at the market. On it, they plan to have a screen with rolling short videos, a wall of images relating to Brexit, and another Brexometer or mood meter. The stall needs to be manned from 9 AM till 2 PM, so we need lots of volunteers. If you are able to help for an hour or two, please contact us. Along with other groups across the country, it's what we can do to contribute to the national mood, which is to rethink and change course. The movement is growing, be part of it. Okay. Sheffield, do we have anybody from Sheffield with us? No. 12 noon to 2 PM, they're having a street stall and a picnic. Street stall and picnic at Devonshire Green at Sheffield City Centre with music, speakers, leaflets and lots of EU flags. Come and join us. Brilliant. Oh, hello, Swansea in Wales. Any Welsh people? No. Radio. 11 AM till 12 noon. Uplands street stall. They'll be having a street stall in Uplands Swansea to coincide with the Uplands market. They'll also be handing out leaflets and protesting about the retained EU law bill, which is currently going through Parliament. We urgently need more volunteers to help out on our stall. Don't worry if you have not been on a street stall before, some experienced volunteers will be there to show you the ropes. Sounds great. Swindon.
Hello, I have to ignore any background noise because I've been sent out to get dinner. Yeah, so we're from 2 o'clock to 1:30 outside the Swindon hub on the parade in the town centre, and we're rehearsing like mad for the event because Dance Europa, our dance show, is going to be performed twice. And that's about 17 minutes, the show is, and it goes through 8 countries, including the UK. Cheers. With a flavour of the cultures of those countries, combining traditional and modern with electro music. And between the two shows, we're holding an open mic. And Liz Webster, a leader of British Farming, is planning to come and speak. We've invited Labour councillors and candidates. Unfortunately, Heidi Alexander's in London, though she said she would have come. In the silences, I will be holding a Euro disco, so I'll be playing Italo disco music, Kraftwerk, French pop. I'll probably lead a few disco steps for audience participation. And my wife is planning to teach a little bit of German hand clapping dance from Bavaria. Hopefully we're trying to get as many friendly faces around the dancers as possible because we've got new people, half of whom are not activists or even experienced performers, so they're incredibly brave to volunteer to do this in the street. And hopefully we might have some of the Ukrainian community come along because we've started work on a dance project, community folk dance project with the Ukrainian community as well. So hopefully we'll have a joyful event. And I want to echo Richard Wilson's words about this. I think this is fantastic work on Peter and National March to Rejoin's behalf. There's a lot of energy coming into this day next Saturday, and I think there's more groups taking part than took part in the National Action Day last month with European Movement. So it's brilliant. Well done.
Thank you. That's great to hear. Thank you very much. Next up we have, okay, Truro, or did I pronounce that wrong as well?
That's right.
No, That's right. Okay, brilliant. So from 10:30 a.m. Eat for EU. Ooh. We will be holding a street stall in Truro on Saturday, the 25th of March, in support of the National Rejoin March Day for Rejoin, as well as our normal stall activities with opinion meter, stickers, badges, etc. We want to have EU-themed cakes and biscuits on offer for a small donation. Now I'm hungry, thanks for that. The CFE team will be doing what they can to provide these, but it would be great if some of our members could bring along some contribute. What's that word? I can't say it. Contributions. Sorry, I do apologise. Ideally, they would have some connection to an EU country, either in style or colour, but anything will be welcome. Everyone welcome at the stall, even if it is just to eat the cakes rather than provide them. That's my kind of stall. I do like cakes. After that, we have York. I don't have any information on York, I'm afraid. It's still to be confirmed. We have another message. Say again.
And I want to keep on a website for when we still make this.
Oh yeah, the details that are missing on here will be on our website. We have another announcement. If your group is an European Movement branch, don't forget to list your events on the European Movement website. Oh, brilliant. Richard did his because he's a goody two shoes and he got his RSVP within minutes. So that's pretty awesome. So next, I have no idea what that even means. Are there any other, here we go. Any other questions about the National Rejoin March, UK Rejoin the EU, to any of the organisers? You have to put your hands up and ask questions.
Or if they're watching the live stream.
Or if you're watching live stream, you can ask questions on there, and Peter's going to feed the questions through. So, does anybody have any questions? Somebody's got to put their hand up. Because I can't do all the talking. I am fabulous and all that, but somebody else really does need to step in at this point, because I'll just sit and waffle for hours. No? No questions.
Lee, what are we going to do about this? We're marching, we're doing events, etc. Boris Johnson is about to get kiboshed next week.
Oh, good.
He's going to go through absolute hell. The public are turning round. We're now at an 85% wanting to have our freedom of movement back in the latest poll. Things are moving very quickly now, Lee. Very quickly.
Even where I am in Derby, although they don't voice their opinions publicly, a lot of people are saying that's all they talk about. Even on the school playground where I work is what everybody's talking about at the minute. There are a few people that are still like, yeah, but you know what, we got our sovereignty, whatever. Shut up. Just keep spitting out the lies that they've been fed.
You know what sovereignty is?
Say again?
You know what sovereignty is?
Why don't
the right of the sovereign to decide. That's all it means. The right of the sovereign to decide.
Okay, we already had that.
Yeah, exactly. We always had it.
You know what
the second
best one is? The second best one I like is, well, we don't want Brussels discussing everything. We don't want people making decisions for us that are unelected. That's the. I say, you do realise you actually vote for these people. If you actually got off your bottom and went down to the voting station with the other vote, because there's many that go on at the same time, you can actually vote for your European MEP. Why weren't they doing it? And then they all stand there and go, what? What? Yeah. And then I go, and you're allowed to vote.
Yes.
Probably not.
You can't vote for the House of Lords, can you?
No. No. Yes. Oh, somebody has a hand up. Bruce. Might need to unmute yourself.
Yeah, just unmuted. Sorry, it's dark. I'm out dog walking.
Lovely. Don't fall in.
So really, it's a plea. Is there anybody out there? I'm in Alton in Hampshire. I would have loved it if there'd been an event in Winchester, which is our nearest major town. I'd love to organise an event in Alton, but at the moment I'm just on my Todd as far as I can see. So just in case anybody else is listening who's nearby, or you know of somebody in Northeast Hampshire, could get in touch.
Lovely.
Lee,
Yes. Producer Pete speaking.
on the Help to Leave Phone Links page, read out our email address and ask him to email us and I'll help him find some.
Could you please say that again?
On the Help and Info and Links sheet
Oh,
is our email address. Read that out
okay.
and then Bruce Nichol can email us and we'll help him find some people.
Okay. Right. I'm trying to look for it.
Go for it.
Right. Okay. So, Producer Pete has just said that if you email us info@marchforrejoin.co.uk and send the details, he might be able to help you out if you want to organise something.
Is it March? Is it number 4 or letter 4?
The word.
The word.
March for Rejoin.
.co.uk.
Just typing it now very painfully.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, March for Rejoin at what?
Marchforrejoin.co.uk. That's it.
Okay.
If you,
So hang on.
Bruce, if you look, it's actually in the chat.
Oh,
Sorry about
yeah.
that.
He's just put
I'll
it
go
in the
look into it. Thank you very much, whoever said that. God bless you.
Val. Thanks, Val. Chris Hammond, you have your hand up.
Yeah, I was going to just suggest to Bruce Nichol, has he disappeared? Has he left? No, he hasn't.
No, he's still there.
Well, that Southwest Surrey have a group, and Alton is close-ish to Farnham, and that also if you went to the European Movement website and find out what is the nearest group to him, I think he'll find it's Southwest Surrey, John Gaskell. So I hope, Bruce, you heard that. It's just another angle that you could take.
Thank you. Farnham isn't advertising an event next week, but I'll get in touch with them. Thank you.
Lovely. Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Brilliant. John.
Are you still looking for video clips, Lee?
Yes.
Yes, we're always looking for video clips.
All right. Well, your idea was to have a quick 1-minute video clip from various people advertising this event, especially their local event, yes?
Yes.
Yeah,
That
not
would be
even a
great.
minute, like
Same email address.
10 seconds.
Yeah, he said it doesn't even have to be a minute. It can be 10 seconds or more.
Yeah.
It's the same email address.
What's your drop dead date for this?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. So that you can put it on there. Is that right?
Okay.
Fabulous. Love it. Anybody else got any more questions? No?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Hi, David.
The live video on the day.
Yes.
Which platform? Basically, are they horizontal or vertical? TikTok or Facebook?
Landscape.
Landscape.
Good. Okay. Thank you. And the Spanish events, you've got time, obviously the correct time in the Spanish local time, but where at the bottom you've put live stream from, and that's then also the Spanish local time, which should probably then be changed to UK time for people watching from the UK.
Okay.
I'll sort that out.
Okay.
Sort it. He has a really quiet voice, so I can't actually tell if you guys can hear him or not. He's just sitting in the corner mumbling.
Right, if I could just interrupt, Bruce, if you're still on, there is North Hampshire for EU group.
He's still there, bless him.
Yeah, I've just looked on Twitter and there's a North Hampshire for EU group, so it might be worth getting hold of them.
Great. Thanks.
I've got a question, Steve from Swindon. I sent in the little film where we're supposed to be passing the piece of paper across, and we did it portrait because my head was cut off. Is that still all right?
Yeah, them videos where you pass the paper.
Yeah.
And the other thing is,
Is that-
I just wrote in marker pen the details of our event. That wasn't what you were supposed to do, was it?
Yeah.
Write it on two papers. We weren't supposed to say it or anything. We weren't supposed to say it.
Sorry, he said your videos are spot on.
Oh, it's spot on. All right,
Yes.
okay. All right, good. Okay, cheers.
Yeah, no problem.
I'll carry on driving. Cheers.
Lee, you might want to mention about videos for people who aren't live streaming but are sending them in by email.
I do. Okay, I do.
What did you mean? What do you mean, John?
Producer Pete says, "What do you mean?"
Well, some of us haven't got, you know, zillions of data, so we'll be taking videos during the event and then emailing them through to you to put together into a video.
Oh yes, that's right. That's fine.
Just watch out! Don't make the video too long, because otherwise it'll go over the size for the mailbox, and you won't be able to email it. Short clips, several emails.
Can use WeTransfer.
He said, if your videos are too big for email, you can use WeTransfer. I have no idea what that is. I'm just relaying messages. This is fun. I like this. Anybody else? Sometimes can't shut you guys up, and now you're all dead quiet. No? What would you like me to put out now? The information?
If the finished questions, then just go through the rest of the. Yeah, you can give out the information first.
Okay, so I'm going to give out the information for helpful info and links first. If you do have any more questions, feel free to put your hand up while I'm doing this. Okay, so the website is www.marchforrejoin.co.uk. Our email is info@marchforrejoin.co.uk. Universal hashtag is #DayForRejoin. And then we've got the National Rejoin March hashtag, which is March for Rejoin. Hashtag March for Rejoin. Pretty simple, really, wasn't it? National Rejoin March on social media. Search for March for Rejoin or National Rejoin March. Our content is on Facebook, Twitter, Mastodon, Discord, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. So we're pretty much across all platforms. Then we've got future dates. We've got National Rejoin March on Europe Day, which is the 9th of May 23. Details are still to be arranged. Then we have, oh, this is exciting, National Rejoin March at Eurovision on 13th of May this year, obviously. This is going to be exciting. We're going to show the people coming to Liverpool from all around the EU for the Eurovision final that the UK wants to be back in the European family. We'll be taking the main banner and much more to demo alongside the queue on the way into the venue, interacting with people as they go in. If you've ever watched it on telly, they normally have the camera crew outside as well, filming everything that's going on in the streets and the lead up and the little in-between bits, which is going to be really exciting, so I'm hoping to be there as well. Then we've got Music Sounds Better With You Too. The date is still to be confirmed. It's an online music and entertainment festival full of live pro-European acts, live streamed online for everyone to watch for free. The evening will be hosted by the fabulous Ben Chambers, 16 Million Rising Radio, and myself, which I didn't know until just this second. Fabulous. I'm looking forward to that. Then we've got the National Rejoin March London 2. Date is to be confirmed. Polling for Rejoin surged after we did the London March in October last year. It proved that with a mainstream campaign, the appetite for rejoining the EU is still clearly there and waiting. Within a couple of days of the march, even me, who's not tech savvy, noticed a lot more people discussing it, and it was across everywhere. It was really, really good. A lot of people are obviously disappointed that they couldn't be there. That's why we're doing this day. Is it next weekend or is it the weekend after?
Oh, yeah, this weekend.
This weekend. Apologies. We need to keep up the pressure, and National Rejoin March London is now going to be an annual event until we have rejoined the EU. I'm really looking forward to that because I really enjoyed it last year. It was really good fun. Yeah, I definitely looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to them all, to be honest. I wish I could literally get my body and just zap myself around the country and try cakes and pub crawl and watch Peter Benson possibly get absolutely trolled. That'd be fun, I think. Yes, John.
Once we have rejoined, there is an annual EU Day. So it would be good for us to carry on waving the flag on EU Day.
Oh, brilliant. Yes, absolutely. If we do rejoin, oh no, right, hang on. Let me just rephrase that. When we rejoin, it doesn't stop there, does it? And we have to keep public active. They need to know everything that's going on.
We have to make sure once we've rejoined, National Rejoin March becomes about making people vote for real politicians to go to Europe. So
yes.
we don't send people like Farage anymore.
Farage.
And that we educate the young and keep it alive.
Yes, most definitely.
And keep the enthusiasm and push for closer and closer union.
Yeah, exactly. I think one thing that we made a mistake with is not explaining how it's run, how everybody's voted in. And I think if we idiot-proof it for people, I'm really sorry I would say that, people then are going to realise that all these lies that have been told them over the years are complete bullkiss. Yeah. It's just complete poo.
Yeah. And we need a programme, EU-sponsored programme, to go around all the primary and secondary schools and educate the kids in the reality of politics and the reality of how the EU works and why.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Totally levers.
Yeah.
Because the kids will no longer listen to them.
No, and I think we need to keep that and keep it positive as well, because one of the reasons that Brexit won was because we held a negative campaign and said all the bad things about leaving the EU, and then Brexiteers lied through their arseholes and did a positive spin on leaving the EU, and I think that's where we went wrong. We really did cock it up. Next person is Chris Hammond.
Hello, yes, 2 points there. Based on what John has just been saying, the International Working Party, as part of the European movement, have actually started and had a meeting on Wednesday. And a lot of what you're saying, that is part of our remit. So, you know, it's in its nascent stages at the moment. The other point is, Lee, how much influence do we have on the date in September/October? Because there are several factors which come into interplay. Is there going to be a committee meeting, a board meeting where it's all decided? Have we some input on a date? I mean, that's yeah.
Do you understand that question? Oh my God, he is absolutely useless.
Question, sorry.
So
we're going to have some information on the dates surrounding the London March.
Yes, as soon as we can. We can't book it until at most 6 months away from the date.
Oh, that's nice.
So I'm looking at putting the application in at the end of this month. So I should be able to let you know the date in the next few weeks.
Oh, lovely. Yeah.
Right.
Did you hear that?
You need some interaction, Peter, with Chris Hammond about the exact date that you might want to take.
Yeah, because the main factor is
our event's going.
If you have it in September, that's before the universities go back. So the students are either on holiday or still in the family, or it's in October. The students have their freshers' fair usually at the end of September, and then you can advertise, look, hey folks, 2 weeks' time, there's a march in London. And then Canterbury had 700 people joined their Young European Movement group in 2019, 700. It was the biggest society in Canterbury, UKC, and it was the biggest university group across Britain. They were put at the front of the march in 19th of October because they were the biggest.
Oh,
and that's how you get more young people, I would say. So I don't want, it's your decision, but I'm just putting that idea into the melting pot.
Believe it or not, when we had to cancel the September, was it September, March last year? We actually had these conversations about the universities not being back at school. Obviously, we couldn't do the September one, so we moved it to the October, which was just about the right time, although a bit drizzly in some parts. But yeah, definitely a good idea. We most definitely need more younger people.
October 18, October 19, and even your event, October 22, the weather was good.
It was. We did actually have a really good day. Until at night time, and when we decided to go to the pub, we got absolutely rained on.
God is a rejoiner.
But to be fair, we were a little bit too drunk and didn't care. Say again.
God is a rejoiner.
He says it's because God is a rejoiner. God's also a woman. So just point that. God is a DJ. Does anybody else have any information that they would like to give us, or do you have any more questions? You can actually ask questions to each other as well. You don't have to go through me. So if anybody wants to put their hand up, sing a song, stop me from talking, even though I am fabulous.
If not, go to the outro.
If not, go where?
To the outro.
To the oh, right.
If in the March, it's best to avoid the half term, because we had people that were going to go in September, but they booked holidays with their kids. So if it could be the week before or a couple of weeks before half term, probably get more people, families.
Yeah, see, the conversation last year when we moved it, because it ended up, was it the end of half term? Ended up being the end of half term or the beginning. We actually thought that we would get more families during half term because people are off and everybody goes down to London, and nobody bothered.
Yeah, that's what we had. Several apologies, come in Swindon, like, oh shit, we booked a holiday, with the kids. But I suppose, okay, nothing's foolproof, is it? It could be 6 to 1, half a dozen of the other. I don't know. Any thought?
I mean, just taking on Steve's point, the solution would be early October.
Right, yeah. Can I just say about the Swindon event, if it is for the dancers.
Steve, whatever you're doing, you need to stand still because you keep cutting out. You've turned into a robot, which is kind of cool, but we can't understand you.
I'm in a car. I'm in a car and I've just parked. Am I a robot still?
No.
Okay. No, just saying with the Swindon event, because it is risky with the weather, with the dancers outside, the community hub, our friend there, is going to try to persuade the management to let us do it in the foyer of the hub, if it is absolutely pissing with rain.
Anything can happen.
Sorry about the because I did say to her they've been rehearsing their bits off for it, and I'm determined they're going to actually dance it. We've got other events coming up. We're going to be dancing outside the Eurovision Song Contest as well on the 13th, late afternoon, early evening, and we've got another event in Swindon. We've got about 3 more events for it. So if don't let the weather put you off. So
yeah,
okay, and that is good if we can get that, because this is political and the community hub is very anti-political, but I think we'll swing that. Yeah.
Now there's another point. Last night of the proms, we managed to have our march on the same day as the last night of the proms, I believe. Just so some people came down and stayed overnight and didn't come back with us on the coach. Hello?
Sorry, we had a discussion. I had to unmute and then the mouse stopped working.
Yeah, don't worry, don't worry.
Could you please just ask that question again?
Yeah, just saying last year, we had a couple of people on the coach from Manchester who stayed on, I believe, for the last night of the proms and the protest outside. And it happened to coincide. So that was 2 events pulling the same direction.
You are right, because I actually heard that on the day as well, which is kind of cool. Okay.
So we will try and organise a coach from Manchester again for anyone who wants to come along
Fabulous.
for the march itself.
Lovely. Okay, shush now. Terry. Terry, you need to unmute yourself if you want to.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
sorry.
wasn't quite there. Yeah, I'm just offering to post your events around. Have I put it there? Oh, okay. Here's one that I posted around that was popular. The thing is that the groups are not geographical. So if we post throughout the groups in on Facebook and on Twitter, obviously, we can popularize your event, but you've got to get something to us fairly quickly. If you look at the one that I put up in the chat, that was Yvonne's Rejoin a Go-Go. But there was another one as well, a Sheffield one that we've also been posting around. So if you create something like that, we'll just send it round to about anything from 30 to 50 groups between all of us. So just send it in and we'll get it out there. The sooner the better, really, because nobody is in any one group is from any one area apart from the EM groups.
Okie dokie. Yeah, that's not a problem. We have been posting a lot of other things out.
Yeah, but if people don't know that they can do it, then they won't provide it.
Okay, sorry, Terry. Okay. Yes, if you do have any information, please send it to us, whether it's on any of our platforms, and we will retweet it, share it. We'll do everything we can to publicise it as much as possible. Only needs to be a little, with just bullet points of where to go, who to speak to, anything like that, and times, obviously, and then we'll send that out. Okay, so I'm going to end our rally this evening. Thank you to all the organisers and passionate pro-Europeans out there building this brilliant movement on the march to rejoin the EU, and of course NRM's brilliant official partners. Make sure if you're watching this before Saturday the 25th of March, go and join an event near you on the day. All details on the website www.marchforrejoin.co.uk. Everyone watching the live stream, stay watching for a couple more minutes for a special promo of what is coming from the National Rejoin March. No, I said that wrong. No, I did. It was right. Later in the year. To everyone in the meeting, thank you all for coming, and we will see you again very soon. Bye-bye.